Hello, my name is Hantayumi. I am a cyborg. Welcome to the Gizz podcast. The show dedicated to the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard universe.
Yo, man, hot take. I honestly think that album is the best album that they've come out with.
We need more Cookie.
A multi-dimensional universe with an invisible face.
Welcome to an altered future, brother.
Once created by a band, is now sustained by its fans.
Uh-oh. I hear the road train a-coming, baby. It's a-coming.
Open the door to your mind's fuzz. Here are your hosts, Tommy O'Neill and Branson Trunk.
So glad I was recording. I was a little nervous there. I was like, wait, hold on, huh?
Is this happening? Okay, cool. We are on. We are in your mind.
Ew, 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 ew. That was an alarm that I was trying to make, but this is an emergency podcast. I don't know. We're like half cheerful, half fearful, I guess. Is
Cheerful and fearful.
cheerful
Damn,
and
dude,
fearful
that's so real.
is the vibe of this podcast, if I may immediately. You sent me an alarming
So
text,
true.
and I couldn't believe it. And if you don't know,
Yeah, man. Let's talk about it, dude. Let's talk about it,
if
man.
you
Jump
haven't
in, dude.
heard
Jump
the
in.
news, Stu's got. I didn't know Stu had Crohn's disease, and he's been hiding it for, I guess, 10 years. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it acting up, or I don't know what's going on. I know it's a disease that's not. You can't cure it. It's something he's gonna have to
Not
live
curable,
with.
right.
I gotta be honest. I have tummy issues, so I totally empathize with him 100%. I have ulcers, dude. The two worst pains on the planet are tooth pain and tummy pain.
Oh, yeah.
For me. I mean, women are like, "Have you ever given birth? You selfish bastard." And that's fair. I have
Fair.
not. And also, I haven't pissed out a kidney stone. Two things I haven't done.
Oh, my bro.
So that is a
Yeah.
horrifying thing that I'm not looking for. But if you're in Europe, you already know some shows got canceled, and I'm sure he's not receiving any heat at all. No way.
Oh, no. No way. As much as this band tours and as friendly as they are with, like, hey, you're a fan of us? We're going to be somewhere around you. We can't guarantee when it's going to be, but we'll be somewhere around you. They've been doing this for quite a few years now. I'm sure nobody's too pissed. Disappointed and, like, bummed out for sure, but I think the real common thread is Stu, dude, like, our fearless leader, man. Like, please go take care of yourself. Like, figure this out, man, for everybody included. You're too good of a dude, man. On the Instagram post, that's where he first revealed it. Instagram post, he said, the last 10 years has dictated every adult decision I've made, and it's like, damn, bro, you could totally sympathize, just like if you've had any stomach issues, anything like that, just like imagine that, like, and never cheats us, not once. You see that dude on stage, you're not like, man, I bet he's in pain. Like, not even, bro. The guy's a shredder, a master shredder, if you will. I really felt bad. I felt bad, my man, for sure.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. I don't like anybody to suffer, but he's a good dude. I will say, maybe some meat would be a good idea, make you feel better. You know what I mean? Eat some of that fresh beef, and it helps you out, man. It does. It makes your stomach strong. I have noticed that. You know what I mean? Mean and lean.
So, it's funny you said that because one of my first thoughts when I read the Instagram post was like, bro, that's probably why homie's vegetarian. I was like, oh, well,
100%. That's 100% why
that makes so much sense.
Well, also they're vegetarian for many reasons. I feel like, and I don't think
for sure
he's the only
green friendly for sure.
I don't think he's the only member in the band that's a vegetarian. And I don't think
No.
they all have Crohn's disease. That would be a crazy
No.
It would be a crazy coincidence, but
that's what brought them all together. Wow. Like, damn, dude, this band is crazy.
I've heard for tummy issues or digestive issues, however you want to phrase it, I've heard so many weird diets from people. So many, like, just straight up carnivorous diets, and they can't eat bread, vegetables, or anything. They just eat meat. Then there's the flip side of it where you're just eating vegetables and grains.
Right.
Like there's a lot of stuff people have to go through, and it's your ancestors and your own diseases that you have going on and whatever. It's like the tummy sucks, man. Not having good gut health sucks.
Tough, man.
Yeah.
Tough. It's like, it's exactly what, dude, I mean, in a very, not to like put them together in a very smaller way. I mean, dude, if we're like going to a concert, you and me, and let's say we're getting
sounds
groovy
fun.
that day, it sounds like a blast, right? Dude, that's dictating my whole meal pattern that day. I'm not like, yeah, Tommy, you want to like go eat hard and then go to the show? Bro, I'm eating like I mean like an apple that morning. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, no, dude, I don't want anything. So the thing that this guy these guys tour all over different countries, and you have that in the background all the time. Whew, it would be, I know for me, it would be stressful, dude. It would weigh on my mind often.
It makes a lot more sense why he was mean to us when we met him at the sign for the Fishing for Fishies release. That makes a lot more sense. He was probably, his stomach just hurt, and that's what was going on.
I gotta get out of here, you guys.
I gotta get out of here, bro.
Where is the bathroom?
Where
Yeah.
I have to. So I really don't. I didn't look up the disease too much. I don't know the side effects or like what happens when you have it, other than your tummy hurts. So is going to the bathroom a lot one of them? Is that something that happens?
Oh yeah,
that sucks.
Yes,
like poop.
That sucks, man.
Poop or
yes.
pee.
Poop. One of the very common symptoms is like diarrhea. So just like,
dude.
Ugh,
like personally, I can't shit in public. So like having to deal with that
Think
would
about that.
be
Yeah.
insane. I couldn't. I can't even think about it. That's terrible. And they travel all the time.
All the time.
I would have to be, and if you're on a bus together, think about that. He's just
Dude,
dropping
for
mad.
real.
Oh, he hates that. I would hate that. I would hate that so
100%.
much. I have so much. I don't like saying this because I think sympathy, when people are like, oh, I totally know what that's about. That's not what I'm
Right,
saying.
right.
I hate when people do the Me Too thing. We're just like, oh, me too. Not Me Too movement, but like, oh, me too. I've done that too. Me too.
Right.
Shit drives me nuts. I don't tell people if I've done the same exact thing that they've done. I won't mention that I've done it until the way end of it, or like if it is genuinely a part of the conversation. I try not to do that my best that I can.
I agree. It takes away momentum and like downplays whatever the person's trying to tell you about at that moment. So
you're pretty good at that, and it's why I mentioned that. You're pretty good at being stealthy with. I've seen you accept entire like movies or TV show recaps from people knowing that you've seen it, knowing full well that you've already
yeah,
seen it.
It's really good, man.
And you won't reveal
like
it.
it, man.
It's
It's
very
tight.
interesting. Speaking of not revealing, holding on to that for 10 years and being in the public like that is
Dude.
but it's also embarrassing. I will say like
Sure.
that
Sure.
for me, maybe now I don't want to speak for him, but like for me,
Same.
bathroom stuff is embarrassing. I don't like people about it. My whole life, people have tortured me in the bathroom. I don't get it. I don't know what it's about. I don't understand the fascination with it, but my brothers love it. Everybody's
Tell
just
me.
like,
Dum, 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 dum,
my
dum.
dad, I would take dumps after I ate, and he was like, oh, I thought you were bulimic, so I would just check on you. I'd be like, what the fuck,
Oh
man?
my god.
Ugh. It's like I was a little constipated because all you feed me is lasagna, frozen fucking dinners, and hamburger helper. My guts are like, ugh. Yeah, so I totally understand. To this day, I battle with that. I battle with stuff like that, but not on that level, so I can't empathize with it. It's just that's tough. A tough thing to go through, and I
Very tough.
hope he feels better. I'm surprised they don't have enough medicine for that. They don't have something that could, take care of that.
Well, I'm sure that he's. I can't say I'm sure. I don't know, but
I mean, I'm completely ignorant.
You're right, but I would imagine that he's had some sort of like treatment. I mean, he's known about it, so I mean, it's been diagnosed. He's not assuming he has it, So he probably has like some regimen that's been pretty steady. But he said in this last little run, it's been too much not to take care of. You know what I mean? And he needs to go home and have some medical care. You know what I mean? So there's whether you would refer to as a flare, whatever the case would be, something needs to be taken care of sooner than later, you know. And like, I appreciate him being a grown man and being like, let me get that done, dude. You know, like, I put a story on Instagram of like, dude, I've seen this guy as like a superhero for quite a few years now, man. You know, where he just seems like almost not human because of his amazing, impressive work ethic and like hustle and grind.
Robot
Something
stop,
like
baby.
this. I was like our favorite little altered beast, you know, like this just proves that he is an altered beast, you know, and like the man is a grown man and a father, bro. So it's like, go take care of yourself, please. Like, please do that, bro. Like, you know, like
He's human.
Yes.
He's human though.
He's human, man.
We found out that the King Gizzard is human, you know?
Yeah, I know, dude.
It's hard to
yeah.
it's hard to keep that in mind because they seem so inhuman sometimes. And recently, because Cavs got COVID, COVID Cavs,
COVID Cavs.
and they had to cancel some shows, and now this, I'm not saying it's catching up with them by any means. I don't think it is because they had 2 years off, you know, where nobody was doing nothing.
Right.
So
Yep.
I don't know. I wish the well. I hope he goes whatever the path is. I hope he takes that path and just gives touring a break. It sucks that it coincided with now, but I understand because he probably couldn't get, you know, a Crohn's surgery during COVID. That wasn't top priority.
True.
It probably wasn't I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass. I just feel bad for him, dude. I just feel bad for him is the whole spin of it. So I hope he gets better. Not just for our sake, because we have invested financially into them seeing them soon-ish.
Yeah. Yep.
Soon-ish, I would say.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump now.
When I heard the news, I was concerned for him, and then I saw canceled the European leg or whatever, and I was like, oh. Immediately my head went, I hope they don't cancel the shows coming up in America coming up soon.
Of course.
I'm a little nervous about that.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to have that understanding when you care about the well-being of somebody, but also like we've been invested for 3 years into these upcoming shows.
Well said.
So have they.
Well
you
said.
know, so have they. So like, believe me, that's on their brains as well. So it's tricky, Tommy. I know you recently got some tickets to that sweet event that we're referring to.
Yeah. I got tickets to that one, and I also bought tickets to the November show.
So my man's going to both of the marathon sets, October 10th and 11th at Red Rocks. Also pulling up with the Murlocs at Red Rocks as well for another marathon set in November. He out here, bro. My man out here.
I'm a little nervous. You know, as to be expected.
I get it, man.
As to be expected.
I get it.
I think by then Stu should be out. Knowing nothing about the disease and nothing about the cure at all, I think he should be totally fine by the time that those shows come around. I really do.
Without question.
Just I feel it that he's going to be totally cool. If not, if he needs to, he can go to the bathroom at my house the whole time that he's here. And
that's a nice offer.
That offer stands. And dude, trust me, if a man on this planet knows anything about bathroom privacy, I do. I am turning one of my bathrooms into an elite level. You can't mess with me while I'm in the bathroom type of bathroom situation. So I
love that, dude.
I'm gonna make it happen. So if by the October when that comes around, it's gonna be ready to go. And I invite you, sir. Anytime, any day of the week, I don't give a shit. I will build my schedule around your potty time 100%, dude. And I do not mean that condescending whatsoever. I am saying that.
Oh, no, I know you don't.
You know that I don't, but some people might hear that.
I know this.
He's being a dick. No, ma'am, no, sir. I have rented hotel rooms to take shits. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Okay? It is a whole other level. Starbucks didn't always exist, you know, and now they're they're not that. They used to be awesome. They're currently not that great, if we're being honest. But
it's a fact.
So I just know a thing or two about this, and I feel extra bad for you. Man. I did. Okay, I'll switch gears. I bought
Switch 'em.
tickets for the November show, and unfortunately, the Red Rocks website. If you go to redrocks.com and search all their whatever, they'll send you to a third-party website, and
I don't understand that.
they sell. Yeah, so it's like a third-party selling website that guys are selling their tickets that they've already purchased from another website, and I didn't realize it. I was just like, damn, man. I thought they were like 40. My wife told me 40, so I was like, whatever. Maybe they went up because of the demand or whatever.
Right.
I've heard that the boss is charging like $1,500 right now per ticket or $5,000 per ticket, something like that, because
to see Springsteen.
Ticketmaster. So I thought it was something similar to that, and I was like, maybe they're just maybe it's just going up in price. So I was like, I better buy them now. So I bought them then, and they're like, of course, no refunds and all this stuff. And then afterwards, I was like, you know what? Just because I hate myself and I'm self-masochistic, let me look it up and just make sure. And I, of course, lo and behold, I found the original ticket distributor, and they're selling it for $40. So then I contacted the ticket people, and I was like, give me a refund, please. My grandma's dying of cancer. I need the money. And I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. Don't get mad at me if your grandmother's dying of cancer. I'm sorry. And they gave me the service charges, which was like $48, but still I overpaid about $30.
You think so? Yeah.
100%. I did the math, and I saw all the fees and stuff like that. Maybe 20 then, if like there were some extra taxes that were at the very end, but like definitely around $30 to $20 over.
Heard
so.
that.
In order for you guys to avoid that, I'm going to put in the comment section the correct website to go. They're not sponsoring this. We're not getting any money off of this whatsoever. I just don't want you guys to pay that price. But buy your tickets now before those jerk-offs buy tickets and then try to resell them. Because more jerk-offs are doing that for the Red Rock show in October. I feel like there's a ton of tickets available online, but by resellers. You know what I mean?
By resellers. Yeah. They'll always be the damn resellers, bro. It's just like so lame. So damn lame.
So let me ask you this. I see people posting tickets for like $200, $300. Are those King Gizzard fans that just can't make the show because and I understand, because the show was postponed like year after year after year. It might get postponed again. I understand that. Let's say you bought plane tickets. You have to cancel them. You're like, you have a real job. You know what I mean? It's a Monday and a Tuesday.
Life is real.
You're like, dude,
Exactly.
how many Mondays and Tuesdays? I can only take 2 Mondays and Tuesdays off in 1 year, and you keep choosing that year to, you know what I mean? So
Tough.
Do you think these are King Gizzard fans that are just trying to be like, well, I mean, I could sell it for that much. Why not sell it for that much? Why not make a little extra coin ski? Or do you think it's resellers?
I think, I know it's a completely mixed bag. So, for example, if you look at, like, let's say a Facebook page, whether it's like the King Gizzard fan page or, any of their pages, it's people who are like, it's like you just said, hey, can't make it, can't get out there, have tickets, and some people will sell them for more expensive. And then there's always somebody in the comments like, bro, sell at face value, man. Don't be an asshole. If you're a fan, sell it for face value.
Really?
Which, like, always. There's always at least one person like that, and then one person's like, "Oh, I just send you a DM or like a $200 or make me an offer kind of thing," you know? I'm a little in between on it because I totally understand where you would want to be like, "Listen, dude, I'm a Gizzard fan. I just can't go. If I can sell my ticket for how much I made for it, like that's cool." But also like, there is some you have something valuable at the same time, and like you did the right move and you bought it when it first came out.
And this is America. And when you buy something, it's an investment, and you can resell literally anything in America and increase it. It'll increase. Dude, Pokemon cards, tennis shoes, T-shirts,
right.
Anything. They will resell at some point. Not everything, but anything could resell.
Could at any moment
in America. We're odd. We're odd what we decide to purchase and invest in.
100%.
I saw a $10 million Michael Jordan jersey, but he did wear it at every home game and all the way to the finals, and it was the game-winning jersey he wore in the finals the year that he retired. That might be the greatest jersey ever on display or owned.
That's a solid jersey
of all time. So it is a hard debate with that. And if anybody understands this, you guys might be like, jersey, Michael Jordan, who cares? If anybody should understand this, it's King Gizzard fans. Come on, guys. If anybody understands merch, you guys understand merch. You like it. Come on, bro.
Absolutely.
And jerseys are the same as merch. Jerseys are the same as merch.
Oh, my God.
You're
And
like repping your squad or whatever. You know what I mean? And to have, imagine Stu on the last show of King Gizzard takes off his shirt, or I got one better for it. Takes his guitar off and gives it to a fan.
Bro. The Flying Microtonal Banana, you're telling me there's not going to be a Gizz fan who, if they have the money, they're not going to pay crazy money for it?
And you know what? The guitar's a little different because the guitar's different because I'll say the Michael giving away his sneakers is like the guitar. That's Jordan giving away his sneakers, which players do all the time.
All the time.
But Jordan's final shoes and stuff like that, and like even his when he wore the in the last season when he wore the original thing in the Boston Garden. And just or the Knicks, I forget what game it was, but he just beat the hell out of him, and his feet were bleeding. I'm sorry, guys, real quick, and I just have to. This is more for Brian, and I'm sorry, but even if you're whatever, you'll still kind of enjoy this story. KG, Kevin Garnett, was telling a story about him and Michael Jordan. Have you seen this clip?
Maybe
he was like, yo, man, he was telling his teammate, like, yo, man, you getting him, man. Go get him. Keep at him. Keep at him. Keep at him. And Mike, he said he was, like, right there, and he could tell he heard him, but he didn't care. And he's like, yeah, you getting him, man. Go at him. Keep at it. Keep at it. And then he said, right when I did that, I felt him behind me and him put his hands on his hips and straighten his legs. And he goes, I don't know what happened for the next 7 minutes. I blacked out because they were up 40 at the end of it. And it was like, dude, it was nuts. And he's like, yeah, how you feeling, young buck? How you feeling? Dude, Michael Jordan, he is the greatest basketball player of all time. Man. Anyways, I'll put the link in the comment section for you guys to buy.
Not overpay for tickets.
Some cheaper tickets, man. I don't like the resellers too much. I understand if you're trying to make extra money as a King Gizzard fan because you can't make the show, but like if that's your sleaze, you're not because
bro.
You're taking money away from the band, in my opinion, because those people would have spent that money on merch or something like that, you know? But like
that's very true. That's actually a good way to look at it. And I saw just a quick example of this exact thing. Tame Impala came to Orlando. Or I don't think they actually did. They were supposed to before the COVID stuff hit.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
damn.
And Tame Impala's huge now.
That would have been a sick fucking show. I was gonna say
very sick, but it was at Amway. So again, sick, but Amway's like our big arena here in Orlando. So it's like that's cool. I don't like seeing bands I love in arenas.
You think you can? You think they're selling that out?
So okay, yes, it sold out in I don't know, like a day, maybe a day.
Whoa!
But it was exactly what we're talking about now. Resellers out the wazoo, bro. Yeah. So if that concert actually took place, the resale was like $150 to $200 a ticket. If the concert would have taken place, I think there would have been maybe 3,000 empty spots at that concert, bro, of just like people that didn't go. You know what I mean? Like the resellers didn't sell. It's just like that's insane. So that's completely I don't know, dude. That's like the weirdest thing ever.
That's another thing to mention is that I don't think these people selling these tickets for $200 for the King Gizzard show at Red Rocks are going to be successful at it. And I kind of had that attitude with our buddy Tarek, who definitely hooked it up. I did not. I think I paid him $50 over over what he paid, and it's like, dude, that's totally fine with me. That's totally fine.
Honestly, less.
I'm sure that's totally fine with me, bro. I'm happy. Of course, I'm happy with that, you know. But I was also happy to not go, or I was not going to go to that show already. You know what I mean? Because that show was originally happening when I lived in Los Angeles. And
Right.
I had no intention of – I wasn't living here at the time, so I had no intention of going to that show. Now I'm living here, and I'm like, man, I could go. And then I got tickets for them in November. So my attitude was very laissez-play about the whole thing. Laissez-play. I don't know. I'm not smart. And the tickets online, when I looked them up, I was like, you're not going to sell that. Like, whose fans do you think these are? This isn't like old rich white guys who are able to who are just like, oh yeah, I don't give a shit. I just want to go. I'm just gonna go. Like, dude, these are fucking like hippies, man. This is the hippie
Young
rock
folk,
and roll
too,
young folk. Like that. I mean, I'm not saying we can't afford it, but like we can't afford $200 a night to go to a fucking show. Like that's ridiculous. Like $400
bro.
to go to both nights. Come on, man. Like, and then if you're coming in from out of town, you got to buy plane tickets and shit like that. Like, bro,
Airbnbs, hotel, rent a car. Yeah,
you
man,
are selling to a very small minority that is going to, on the fly, pay $200 to go see King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. For sure. I don't think you're going to find them too often. And if they are, unfortunately, and I'm not denigrating them, I'm just stating a fact, they got duped. Unfortunately, they got duped the way that I got duped by Red Rock's website that sent me to this website. Unbelievable that they're tied to these fucking
Unbelievable,
people.
dude.
Unbelievable. It's one of the few times I wanted to Karen out and just send them a fucking message and be like, how dare you?
To whom it may concern.
To whom it may. I want to talk to your manager, but to whom it may concern. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It means my bitching goes all the way, you know? Everybody's got
all the way.
Because when you see to whom it may concern, it's like, it could concern me. Let me read to find out.
Oh, shit. I feel pretty concerned about it already. Yeah. Like, oh, shit.
You only find out
It's gonna be
halfway
me.
through. I should not concern myself with this. I have nothing to do with it.
Oh, I don't care anymore. Yeah.
I'm out of here. 50 Cent did not sponsor this podcast, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Easy, man. Don't be flashing that. All right.
He emails us, where's my money, man? 50 cents a pop, bro.
Hey, 50? Have a baby, my mean baby. Be a millionaire. We're like, 50, please, man.
I would pay 50. If he said, send me money for putting in vitamin water, I would send 50 Cent. Whatever he asked, 100%. And I would frame the transaction. I would print it out and frame it.
Frame that transaction. Honestly, though, to Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
I am happy to
tight.
support your fund, sir. Keep it going. Keep buying Ja Rule tickets and don't. That's what he does. If you want to talk about a reseller.
Doing God's work, bro.
Doing God's work. Just buys Ja Rule tickets and doesn't sell them, just throws them away, and nobody shows up to his shows. It is the most
so funny, man.
horrific thing you could do to an artist, in my opinion, bro.
Mean troll, bro. Evil troll.
And then he probably, if he's smart, uses it as a tax write-off. You know what I mean? Arguably, it's for his business. You know what I mean? Because it's a feud.
Is.
You know what I mean? And rap feuds are within the business. I would argue it. It'd be a tough one to argue, but I would argue it. Nobody going to shows. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
I hope the October shows still happen.
Same, man. Same.
We're obviously gonna create a shirt for it.
Now, okay, we have not spoken about this on the phone or anything like that. So let's have a very transparent conversation about that real quick, man. Because I hate to say it, like that popped in my head also. If in 3 weeks we get an announcement, guys, so sorry, things aren't progressing, the shows are canceled. Heavy duty, man. That would be heavy duty for our little plans here.
Yes and no. So if that does happen, we're gonna keep an eye on the situation. So,
of course,
I can't remember how much we've talked about this on other podcasts. So if I'm repeating myself, it's probably usual. You guys are like, yeah, I've heard the same. You've told the same story about your midget stepdad 800 times. Okay. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that word. I guess little people. He wasn't even a little person. He was like 4'11". He would remind us.
But medically, yeah.
I mean, me and my brother could beat him up. You know what I mean? And he was like, my mom, more specifically, my mom could beat him up. Did I talk about this already? I think I did talk about this on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably. She used to box him and call him his name was Tim. She called him Little Tim. Brutal, man.
Oh, that's so terrible.
Brutal.
So terrible.
Brutal. Because we would call him. Then what? How could we respect? You can't look up to him. You know what I mean?
No,
it was
impossible.
Brutal. In every way, it was brutal. And he was a clam fisherman. Can you imagine a 4'11" dude just trying to clam him?
I mean, yeah, I think his height probably helped in that scenario. But he was probably a great clammer.
He was a bobber, dude. He was hit. All you saw was his head. Huh? This is terrible. It's true. I'm not making that up. So if you think I'm being condescending,
I know it.
I'm not. Brian knows I'm not making that up. My brothers are the only people that find it funny right now because they know how true it is. They die laughing when I tell that story. They die laughing. We were talking about something. Oh, the Red Rock show and the shirts. So we've created the design for the shirts. We got our buddy over there at 10 Yards working on it right now, and we'll release the design probably, but we're going to keep a close eye on everything, and we want to time everything correctly because we wanted to have enough shirts for, oh, by the way, the live event that we planned on doing in Colorado the day before the shows. So the Sunday before, which I think is the 10th, October the 10th. If I'm not mistaken.
9th.
Is it the 9th? Is it the 10th and 11th of the shows?
I'm pretty sure.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
So it's the 9th.
Yep.
So we were planning on the 9th. Nothing's finalized yet, but we're a little even less finalized. So we're going to be watching closely. We do have a venue picked out. Now we want to make sure the date's solidified and everything's good to go. G2G.
G2G.
We're going to reach out to all the vendors that were in the Miami meetup and anybody else, obviously, that wants to be involved as a vendor.
Some new faces.
Yo.
Bring your goodies.
Just let us know ahead of time so we can make sure that we have enough space for you.
Darn tootin'.
And that's all we ask because there's only a certain amount of tables that they have. I mean, you guys can set up in any. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. But just let us know ahead of time so we do have like somewhat of a figure and we could, manage it as best that we can. I know this is really far in advance and even might not happen. Yeah. So the two things that we planned on talking about, interestingly enough today, are in jeopardy, and we don't even know if we're capable of happening. So we did plan on making a shirt for the Red Rock show, and we plan on doing a meetup. And we'll just take.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. Just take it step by step. We haven't even discussed this really up until right now. This
we have not. It'll definitely be
live discussion.
The hot and live, and there's not gonna be any conclusion of this today. But I will say, I mean, I bought tickets last night. Plane tickets last night. They were the cheapest I've seen in about 4 months, I would say. So yeah, I bought them so quick. It was a bing. So that's happening. So I got to be honest, man. Again, let's just loose on the air. I'm going to Denver regardless. The 8th through the 13th. So pulling up, getting groovy, and that meetup still sounds like a good time. So we're gonna see what's going on. Just like you said, we're gonna stay tuned. You guys stay tuned. Tune all the stays.
I will say, they are if they miss this one, they will eventually play a Red Rock show. And
2048.
Maybe it's November.
King
Maybe they
Gizzard.
skip the October one and they come to the November one. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to try to make up shows or if that's how it works or if they just put it in the back of the run or what.
Right.
Toughies.
Tough.
I don't know how that works. So I've never been a super famous rock band before. So
we will learn together, my man. And also Red Rocks is, gets booked up. So very hard to start, tossing dates around. Oh no, we're just going to come in a couple weeks. That's tough. So
and we will
learn together.
They don't do one shows. They go many shows all at once. So
get in that bag, brother.
To think that but to think that they could just show up and just do Red Rocks. Come on. What? And then leave.
No problem.
Go back to Australia. It's like, nah, dude. That's like a 4-day flight to Australia, man. Tight.
For sure.
Nah, man. With all their gear and stuff too, it's super expensive to fly over with it for sure.
And with Crohn's disease, bro, those plane rides from Australia to Los Angeles every once in a while.
Well, they ride first class.
Bro.
I would if we have that money.
I hope so,
bro. Oh fuck yeah, no.
If I was Stu, I'd be like, listen,
it's in
y'all
my
do
contract.
whatever. I'm riding first
You know what
class.
I'm saying? Like I am shit. Hey guys, do you want me to stink up the bus the whole time? Do you want me to stink up the bus? Okay, then put me in first class, and I'm gonna take giant dumps up there the whole fucking time and gas those guys out. Okay, think about what you want.
Gas them out.
I'll be up there, you cheap bastards. That's what I would say.
Stu out.
Like, all right, man, I got $5 on it. I got $5 on it, man. Let's go.
Cookies, I think he brings a pretty good point. I would say. I mean, I don't know. I think that's a pretty good point.
They're fine. They're fine. First class. If you're doing that kind of a long haul, first class. And
Dude.
I'm not saying that flippantly. I know how expensive that is. I know the difference. First class. Everything is free. Everything is awesome. It is, and not a 2-hour flight. 2-hour flight, you can handle it.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
6 and above, first class. Just do it. Just do it. Call me if you're like, Tommy, I don't have enough money. Hey, we're going to figure it out. We're going to get you a credit card that has points on it because you have a credit card right now that fucking Samuel L. Jackson credit card that just gives you cash back. That thing is trash, man. Put it away. Put it away. Don't put it in your wallet. Cut it up. And then we're going to go get you a points card, and we're going to get you flying, buddy. All right?
Are you saying that we should start a Gizz podcast travel card?
Credit card?
Is that what you're saying right here live? Yeah. Is that what you're saying right here, right now?
Whose money are we backing? We have to get federally backed money to get all
King
that
Gizzards,
stuff going.
bro.
It's King Gizzard, bro.
Come on, man.
Yeah, if we can get everybody to put $1 into the pot, and then we use that money as like community money for people to use as credit cards. Yeah, man. I think we could pull something off like that.
I just think something to think about, you know? All these people travel so much, dude.
We could just do a society where it's just an exchange of goods and services. You know what I mean?
That's the Gizzverse I'm trying to live in, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah. The weirdo swarm, getting everybody together.
Must be a bunch of people making drugs.
Financially.
Dude. A lot of drugs. A lot of drug guys in there. And girls. I'm not,
for sure.
you know, and they, thems.
Drug people.
Zims, Azers.
Drug folk. Speaking of drug folk and being in the community and everything, listen, I'm still concerned about this, but this will be Halloween weekend, couple more weeks in advance. If you're going to Levitation and you're good people and you're like, damn, Levitation's gonna be sick, holla at your boy because I can use the couch to sleep on and get zooted. It's gonna be sick. Me and Tommy on the couch.
34-year-old man right now asking for a couch to sleep
34,
on.
34, damn, that's so real.
I know. I only know it because your boy's almost there. That's the only reason I know it.
Hardcore, huh? Damn.
Too real. Sorry,
it hit, man. It hit
I didn't
different.
mean to hit you in the chest. Yours in May, though.
Yo, everybody thinks I'm 18 on this podcast, man. Come on, take it back, bro.
I get carded every day of the week. It doesn't matter.
I carded all the
it doesn't
time,
matter, bro.
dude.
Allison she gets it bad, but I get it bad. It's fine.
I got carded for blunts the other day. You need to be 18 to buy a blunt.
I got carded.
And the guy looked at my ID like, I don't know, man.
I got carded.
Like,
I got
what?
one better. I got carded for a lighter.
like, okay, little guy, let me see.
They don't sell lighters to people that are you have to be 18 to buy a lighter.
For sure.
100%.
Damn. Well, yeah. So same shit then. Look at us, man.
We're young,
Youthful, baby.
We're young.
Youthful.
I just me too'd you. I just did what I.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, dude. I got a fucking better one, dog. Yeah.
Don't gaslight me,
I
bro.
didn't mean
Okay,
that. Is
listen,
that what
man.
it is?
Let me tell my
Dude,
shit.
every time someone uses the term gaslight, it's like incorrect. So I never know what the term gaslight means. You know what I mean? Every
You
time.
never will because I know, and you never will.
And I think that's people gaslighting me.
it is. It's 100% that. Probably. I'm
No
pretty
idea
sure.
what that term means. It's like, and then I looked it up, and it's like, it's basically making somebody feel crazy about
Yes.
thinking something, and it's like,
Yes.
I mean, do you mean flaming? I do that to my friends all the time. I do that to my wife all the time. I'm constantly messing with her. It's like messing with them, I think, is what they mean to say. I don't think it's necessarily. I guess if it's real, I don't know.
So okay. So yeah. Like,
But when is it real?
I had a coworker. I had a coworker say it the other day, And she's like, yeah, I know. It totally was like gaslighting. I was like, where was that word 5 years ago? I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, what did people say? I was like, people just say being an asshole 5 years ago, right? Now it's called gaslighting. And she was like, well, the thing is, like, gaslighting really, it really can define somebody's trauma, though. You know, or she said it really gives a term to the trauma. I was like, and she was like, for example,
wait, whose trauma? The person listening or the person saying it?
I kind of think both from what she said after that. So, for example, she was like, for example, I had an ex back in the day that I would say something and then he would be like, yo, you never said that. You're you might be schizophrenic. You never said that. And she's like, I 100% said that. And she started recording some of their conversations and she would say stuff. And he'd be like, you never said that. I think you might be going crazy. I was like, damn it. That is the exact definition of what gaslighting would be then, kind of, right?
That's tough. I think when you get to the stage where you're recording arguments, it's over. Walk away.
It's probably not good at that
walk
moment,
away.
right?
It's over. Welcome to Relationship Talk, brought to you by Tommy and Brian, sponsored by Vitamin Water, 50 Cent.
And Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
Yeah, it's over when you're like, fucking record me, bitch. Okay, like,
oh yeah, well then listen.
It's over. First, second, did you ask to hear the recordings? Because I would have.
Oh my God, I wish.
I would have done.
I wish.
She still has them. There's no doubt in my mind that she still has them, and I want to hear them.
I'm pretty sure.
For sure.
I'm like, damn, babe, you really got gaslit on this one, huh? Whoa. Because I'm going to start using that shit heavy now.
Because now it's in your vocab.
For sure.
I think during the heat of argument, it's happened to me both ways, where like their recollection of what they said is not my recollection of what they said, and my recollection or their recollection of what I said is not my recollection of what I said. So I've had that happen to me both ways. I think it has something to do with you're heated, you're in the moment, you're arguing, and
listen,
I think it's best to try to realize that in the moment and try to back down and just be like, hey, I don't want to argue. If you want to argue, I don't want to be a part of it. I'm just going to walk away from it. I want to chill out before we have this conversation because this is driving me nuts. I'll believe you. And then also I think giving people the benefit of the doubt. And then the major thing is like repeating their point back to them so they feel heard. And if you're not doing those three things, you're going to record your argument and then yell at each other and be like, you didn't say that. You're crazy. You're a crazy. I think
right?
You're a crazy person. But to be fair, all women are crazy and they do make stuff up all the time. And they I'm kidding. I'm just married.
He's just married, man. He gets it.
I've had elite level arguments where my wife expects me
Elite.
to be a bigger man than her. And it happens. And it sounds like this guy chose to gaslight the fuck out of this girl instead of choosing to be the bigger man.
It's hard out here, man. It's hard out here, you know?
It is.
We're all fighting a battle, you know?
It
We're all
is.
fighting a battle. You guys.
I don't support gaslighting, but at the same time...
Don't do it.
I guess, but like, I like doing it for fun all the time. I love making stuff. Making stuff up to my wife is the funniest stuff to me ever. It's like a game. Like, we'll be watching a movie, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that guy's in fucking blah, 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 blah. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, he did this thing and that thing, and you know what? Dude.
He was really good in it, too.
Watching her, how fast she gets on Google, and she's like, God, you're such a liar.
Oh, yeah?
It's the funniest thing on the planet to me. Among other things, she knows I'm kidding a lot of the time, so like if I do it blatantly so she knows it's like a goofy name or something like that, you know, like Ronald Feinstein or some crap like that, and she'll just be like,
nope.
Something.
According to Google, that's
And
not his
she'll
name
just-
at all.
She'll laugh at it or whatever, and like that's funny to me, and be like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Or saying that to her, I don't know what you're talking about. Messing with her is the lime of my life. Like, what the fuck? And now you're telling me
Don't take that away from me.
that's not fun. Like, it's not. It's just not nice to do to a person. I don't agree with that at all.
Well, I think I think there's definitely.
I think you're
different levels to
crazy
that, right?
if you're telling me that, and you live in a world of insanity. Okay.
Okay, buddy. So you
Gaslights-
just got gaslit.
Gaslighting's not real. In other words, that's what I'm trying to say. Living in a
Well,
world.
don't you go gaslight me about King Gizzard, okay? That's the only thing we need to know about that, all right?
I think. Oh, okay. Wow. Maybe I got gaslit about King Gizzard from my brothers when they first listened to King. If you've listened to this podcast, and there's a couple episodes I have to fix, by the way. There's two specifically. I think the River and one of the other ones. I'll get that done. Thank you for messaging me about it. I'll get that done ASAP. Promise. I love you. If you've listened to this podcast, you may have heard the story. I've showed King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard to my brothers, whom I love, and I basically got laughed out of the car. And they made fun of Rattlesnake. You idiot! This is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I showed them Microtonal Flying Banana, and they didn't like it. Flash forward to like a couple months ago, my buddy Nick, who's in a group chat with me and my brothers, was like, "Hey man, how could you hide this band from me?" And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You literally subscribe to my podcast channel. You know that I do a podcast with Brian about this band. We've been doing it
dude.
for like 5 years, I think. So like, nobody's hiding this band. I just don't bring them up in casual conversation because I'm sick of feeling. I don't know what that feeling is. I don't know what word.
There he goes. There's druggy Tommy and his weirdo music.
I'll tell you the feeling. It was the same feeling I got when I was enjoying that song back on the Chain Gang.
Back
and I
on the
looked up,
Chain
and Brian's
Gang.
face was staring at me, just ashamed to be my friend, ashamed to be in the room with me. That's that same feeling where I was just like, I was amazed that they didn't like it. That's kind of I was like, wow, Mike, you don't like this? He's like, nah, it fucking sucks, bro. Flash forward.
So repetitive, bro. It's so
Mike
repetitive.
still
he said.
doesn't like it. Nick loves it. So that brings in Chris, my little brother. Chris starts to fall in love with it. And now they're just like jamming. They're just sending like, oh man, have you seen the music videos yet? I'm like, bro, that's
so
everything they're saying is annoying and funny at the same time. And as a King Gizzard disciple, I was really a priest, if you will. I was really in the tethers of whether I bring them into the fold or I just shun them and go, no, ye who shuns King Gizzard once shall not be welcome into the kingdom of the Lord of Lightning. You are banished. Banished! But I didn't do it. I brought him into the fold. I slowly introduced him. They'd be like, I like this song, and then I'd show them that song. They'd be like, I like this song. Then I'd show them that song, and then it got to albums, and I was like, all right, it seems like you like the microtonal stuff, Nick. He liked the Flying Banana stuff. So I sent him over to LGKW, or KW, KWLG. Sorry, dude. That's how
Okay, that's solid.
that's how my brain works. Sorry, buddy. So he went there next, and then he went to Butterfly 3000. And now he's just
Man, what a ride.
bouncing around figuring out. No, but that's like the vibe. I sent him on a perfect path. And now they're just watching music videos and just like, bro, we need to fucking, you know what I mean, dog? And just like vibe out on it. It's
I'm
really
telling
funny
you,
to
bro.
watch. I'm like, the next step, fellas, seeing him live. The next step, the journey that you need to take. Seeing him live, because there ain't nothing like it.
Ain't nothing like it, baby.
Ain't nothing like it. You're going to see something really cool. And I think it's worth it. Where if you have to travel, I'm surprised they've never come to Orlando. There isn't a ton of venues for them. There isn't the medium venues for them.
no.
But if you're selling out Red Rocks, I mean, they could find a theater. You know what I mean? Or some. I guess you don't want to do a theater. That would suck.
Yeah,
you want to
man,
see
it's
him
a tough
in
spot, yeah.
like a fucking
Up close, daddy. Moving, shaking, rocking.
Straws
Yes,
in the
please.
wind. Bro, that shit's gonna rip.
Yes,
Oh man, I'm excited to see Ambrose. So maybe, possibly see Ambrose.
Probably.
Most likely see Ambrose. What were we just talking about? Oh,
Your goofy little brother and his
they're starting
his,
to like
his
it
newfound
now,
love for King Gizzard.
and I think that's the path. I'm gonna start showing people songs and try to figure out, or ask them a couple questions and try to figure out, because when I drop King Gizzard, I usually list off all the Australian bands that I listen to as well, because my comment is like, I don't know what's going on in Australia, but they figured out music the last few years.
That's always how Australia.
And they
Bro,
just
there's a scene going on in Australia right now that's fire.
it's
bro.
popping because
Yeah.
most people are like, yeah, dude, people who say they know music, and I say, have you listened to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? They're like, no, and I'm like, well, okay. Do you know about
Keep it
this?
moving.
Do you know about the scene in Australia? And they're like, Tame Impala, and I'm like, all right. Do you know about this band, this band, this band, this band, this band, this band? Do you know about Pond? Do you know about the better part of Tame Impala? And it's like, there is a gigantic scene over there that needs to be paid attention to, and also Canada. Canada has a great scene popping too. That's
true.
They absolutely do, dude. It's weird. You just got to pay attention to that stuff if you're, whatever. If you care, if you don't care, it doesn't matter. Who am I to tell you? But that's Australia is popping. Keep your eye on that. Everybody who listens to this podcast already knows that. Who am I fucking telling this to?
Yeah.
Who am I telling this to right now?
We talking to the Gizzverse, baby.
We speaking the Gizzverse, dog.
Yay!
Anything else you wanna chit chat about before we rippity wrap it up?
Man, I got a good amount off my chest. The stew stuff was weighing on my brain a little bit. I'm glad we got it all out there. Our true, honest feelings about it. It felt nice. Definitely a quick shout out. All shirts are officially shipped. They're out there. We're getting a couple people send pictures back. Everybody who sent a picture back of them are like, dude, these are beautiful, man. The white Gizzy Montana shirt's really killing it. Still have a few left. Hopefully we'll have a few of those at Red Rocks for you guys as well. Very, very excited with all that. It's super cool. Beyond thank you for the support. You guys have all been super kind. And, yeah, still got a few left, so I'll if you want one.
100%. We really appreciate everyone's support. Can't
Crazy nice, man.
stress that enough. That is awesome. So far, so good. We're going to keep trying to make cool shirts and keep putting them out for you guys for shows. Yeah. And like Brian said, the appreciation, unbelievable on our part.
It's crazy, man.
We've talked about
Truly
it
is crazy.
so many times in private. And, yeah, dude, thank you guys so much. Showing the love. And we feel it. We feel it. And we're going to give it back.
Cool little community, man.
Oh, we giving it back,
Coolest
baby.
little community.
I hope
Yes.
I hope that everything's okay with Stu. I will say, if anything that we said, and by we I mean me, came off as like unkind-hearted, that's how I show my love. I'm a that kind of person. But I genuinely am sympathetic with Stu, 100%. I feel super bad for him. So if we came off jokingly, it's only because we were trying to be lighthearted, and
Absolutely.
no disrespect to the man whatsoever. I know he's going through something heavy, and that shit sucks. And he's got, like Brian said, he's got a wife and kid, and that's not fun, man. I can't imagine any part of that and all that shit that he's going through. So, and I genuinely mean he's allowed to go to the bathrooms at my house. So anytime.
that is for sure. I did keep thinking of, like, dude, how many times have we seen him? Because we've been fortunate enough to see him like more than a handful of times. Like, how many times have we seen these guys and homie's been like struggling, just going through something that we just have no idea about. Like, I remember thinking that last Miami show, I was like, man, homie looks like a little tired, but maybe I'm sure it was tired, but also like probably just wasn't feeling well. And it's like, how many times did he still leave every fucking inch on that stage every single time? You know what I mean? Like, one of my favorite parts of King Gizzard is like how they don't do encores, because they don't fucking need them, bro. They gave you 1 hour, 30 minutes, 90 minutes of pure rock and roll adrenaline. Your money's worth. You never once felt like, oh, they could have. No, dude. Your face is melted. Get the fuck out of here now. The party's over. Go buy a goddamn t-shirt. Like, and you tell me after all of those shows we saw him, he's like, good. I feel amazing. Let's chug beer and get hammered. And no, dude, that's not the case. So the man is a beyond professional and just like inspired me to be like more that way, dude. Honestly, he's an inspiring figure, and like, the man is not a robot. He's a human being, and it's apparent now, and it's fucking cool. It's cool. It does kind of make me somehow like him only more. So rock on, man.
And also, we know that the sets now were not provided with an encore because he had to go in the back and use the bathroom
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
immediately, and I understand that.
It's been an hour and 30 minutes.
I got a shit. I shouldn't be making fun. That's not funny.
But to be fair, usually I got a shit after a show. After a show, I'm like, yo, you guys,
Dude.
for sure, we're gonna run back to the Airbnb, then we're getting fucking hammered.
The amount of prep that I go through before I step on stage is ridiculous, man. I can't imagine.
I get it, dude.
Being up there, wondering if you're about to get a bout of diarrhea or something like that. Like that would suck. That would be shitty. I mean, there's no other way. It's madness, dude. The way that he's jamming and rocking and stuff like that, I would be
bending and
I would be very concerned, man. That is one hell of a way, and I'm sure it's more under control than that, and it's not as bad as I think it is or whatever. But I hope he gets better. I hope everything works out okay for sure. Send in the love from the Gizzverse. I hope he feels it. Feel it good.
Absolutely, dude. To our fearless leader, love you, buddy.
All right, man. You want to wrap it up? I felt like we were
Let's
doing
wrap
that.
it up, man. Let's wrap it up.
We've been doing that for the last couple of minutes, but you know.
I know, but then we're passionate boys, dude. We're passionate boys.
It's all good, man. What are you gonna do? Thanks again for buying the t-shirts. Thanks again for all the support, guys. Look out for all the updates. We're definitely gonna have new shirts available for the Red Rock shows, and we're definitely gonna do a meetup for now. Until we get notified otherwise, everything's a go-ahead. So we're going to proceed as normal. I'm going to keep close in contact with Eric Moore, and I'll text him right after the show, as always, and I'll keep you guys updated. Also, those tickets will be in the link in the comments below for you guys to make sure to get the right-priced tickets for the King Gizzard show in November. Don't get bamboozled. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks a lot for listening. Also, thanks a lot for the move over to Spotify. We really appreciate it. Keep on moving over there. That helps us out for the ads and everything. Like it will eventually help us out in the long run. So keep going there. Or if you watch it on YouTube, that's cool too. So YouTube or Spotify, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys soon, man. Peace.
And remember, if you need a bathroom in Colorado, go to Tommy's house.
No, that's not true.
Peace out, everybody.
That is a dirty lie. My bathroom will be clean for one person and one person only. What are you talking about? Tell people my bathroom for.
We'll see you next time. Pull up in his bathroom. Take it easy, you guys.
God, man. People used to freak me out in the bathroom all the time, bro. Brian was in the bathroom with me one time, and I was like in the stall going pee, which is normal for me. I don't go pee in the urinals unless it's a dead bathroom. Nobody's coming in. Then I can use it. But generally speaking, I'm going in the stall. And this dude blasts through the door. Like you hear it.
Kramer style.
The door was
just like imagine Kramer. Yeah.
At the bar too, the door was like really light, and you could push it open very violently, and he did. He fucking smashed it open. It smacked up against the stall, like rattled everything. Boom. And then he goes to open the stall door, and and the whole thing it wasn't really a well put together stall, but the whole stall was shaking. And he was like, "Yo, what?" I don't remember what the fuck he said to me, but he was like,
he had to poop. He had to poop real bad.
But man, we quoted him for a long time. He said something very specific. I can't remember, but like,
oh no, I remember a very particular term. Once he got in the bathroom to use it, he used a word I will not use on the podcast, but he said, "Thank God my boy didn't have to use this toilet."
Okay.
Because he was, and it was just, it was like wet juice.
What's the word? I can't even think of the word.
He said, "Thank God my N-word friend didn't have to blow up this bathroom."
That's right. Oh my God, that's right. He dropped the N-bomb on me. That's so funny.
Ripping the toilet
while he was shitting. He dropped the N-bomb on me.
It was just
that was really
gone.
Funny. No, for sure.
Our first encounter with Crohn's disease.
I did just have to piss. But for him to
thank God for him
to not
as
wipe
he
the
said.
Toilet at all, he just fucking bam right on it.
He had no time. He had no time. It was not. It wasn't like he didn't think about it. It was just, what are you gonna do, man?
One of the many reasons why I do not like going to the bathroom in public. If I can avoid it, I will, dude. Oh boy! Thanks a lot for listening, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening, you guys. Yo,
cut
man.
off a while ago when we said peace. We're like, what the fuck? How's this shit still going, dude? We did the same thing in the beginning. We're like, all right, let's start. Then we just talk for 7 minutes flat.
How you been, man?
We should just do that, record it, and then start the podcast in the middle of it.
Chomp it up, huh?
Yeah, chop it up.
We'll see.
We'll figure it out. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.
All right, you guys.
Peace.